And we're going to stick with Washington. President Trump releasing new tariff letters to 7 countries that outline more so-called reciprocal tariffs if they don't make deals by the 1st of August. Our Megan Cassella has the latest on that. Megan?
Hey, John, so about 21 countries have now received those letters. And the president just said in the last few minutes that more countries, including Brazil, could get letters today and tomorrow. But here's today's round. We can pull it up. The Philippines, Iraq, Sri Lanka, all of these countries facing tariff rates between 20 and 30%, roughly on par with what the president first threatened to impose back on Liberation Day in April. So the news here really is the date for them to take effect has just been moved now from July 9th to August 1st. The other thing to flag, none of these countries export much of anything to the U.S. The Philippines is the largest trading partner of today's batch, but their exports make up less than 0.5% of total U.S. imports, according to the latest data that we have. Most of the others here make up less than 0.1% of all U.S. imports. So tariffs could be impactful for any individual companies based in those countries, but on a macro level, this round alone is not going to mean a huge hit for U.S. importers. Now, these tariff rates could move up or down depending on how negotiations go. But the upshot here is this is the administration's way of trying to gin up some momentum and to strike some deals between now and the end of the month. Guys?
Yeah, Megan, any sense of how much these types of moves from the administration have goosed those trading partners into deals? I mean, we saw what we saw out of the UK, 1 or 2 others since then, but not the amount of traffic that the administration perhaps suggested in the beginning.
Not at all. This is a scenario where sort of the reality of how long trade negotiations can take is catching up with some of the optimism we saw from the administration. There is not much of an indication, I'll say, this week from the countries that have been responding publicly so far that they are willing to make any moves just because they've gotten a letter now. We saw Japan, for example, saying they're not going to agree to any simplistic compromises. South Korea, they got a letter on Monday saying that the national interest will always come first. So unlike in the first term when the president was able to sort of get countries to the negotiating table more easily and maybe have concessions coming a little more quickly, we're seeing the larger trading partners at least hold firm here. Maybe some of the smaller ones will say they'll start buying more U.S. exports and doing things to appease the president. But it could still be a tough few weeks of negotiations between now and the end of the month.
All right, Megan, thanks very much for now. We appreciate it. Megan Cassella.